Okay, look, today I'm going to show you how I do my acrylic nails. I do these three nails here. I don't do the thumb, no need for that. Right now, there's no acrylic on them at all. So I've removed the last application. And this is the kit I use here. So this one's called Glam Nails. And I buy this at my local department store. Just go to the ladies section and make a fool of yourself. Ask for the acrylic nail set and you're bound to find something like this. They're all pretty much the same. There's a few different things in here. These are false nails, and that's the glue used to put on the false nails. We don't worry about that. This is the acrylic powder. It's just a white powder. And that's what you mix with the acrylic liquid here. This smells just like acetone. So you take a bit of this out of the bottle and you just use a very, very small amount. But before you do anything, you paint a bit of this on your nail. This is the primer, and it comes with its own little brush. It was a bit too quick. And there's a little brush right there. And so you paint that on your nails first as a primer. Here's the brush you use for the acrylic. So it's a soft brush, point. Make sure you clean it at the end of the thing so that it works the next time. Here's some nail files, and that's what we use later on to shape them and get rid of the lumps and bumps. Okay, so the procedure is I grab a little bottle cap, it's my favorite beer, and I make sure I've taken the little rubber thing out just in case it melts when the acrylic liquid hits it. Get your powder ready. Just zoom in a bit. First things first, we file the top of the nail a little bit, just rough it up. Don't want it too smooth. I guess you need a little bit of a texture for the acrylic to stick to. So I'll just do a little bit of that on each nail, just so you see it kind of go a little bit rough. Now I only do the tips. Now years ago when I used to do this, I did the whole nail, and I realized recently that you really only need to do the last third or so of the nail, just the front there, where it's likely to break. There's no need to do the whole nail. Okay, so you can see they're roughed up a little bit. And just about the right length there too. That's the length I like to have them when I play. So now we'll put the primer on. Here's the primer. It's got a little brush, as you can see. So we'll just paint that on. That really feels quite cold, this stuff. It smells too. It's kind of not pleasant smell. Okay. I'll just put a bit more on. And that dries really quickly. This stuff just disappears. Okay. Now we'll blow on them a little bit. Dry them off. Okay. Okay, now what I do is I take this acrylic. This is the liquid. So the way this stuff works is you mix a bit of that with the liquid with the powder. It turns into a bit of a paste, and you apply the paste to your fingernail, and when that paste dries, it dries rock hard. So this stuff really stinks. Make sure you got a window open because you'll probably pass out before. Now what I do is I take my little bottle cap. You don't want to wind up with the powder coming off the brush into this bottle. So you want to make sure that you transfer some of this liquid into another container. And as I say, I use this little bottle cap. Now I'm using the brush here. I'm just taking a little bit out onto the brush and putting it in. You need so little. There we go. That's about 4 brushes worth. And that's all I'm going to use. Now just get the excess off there. And let's open this little guy up. That's the powder. So I'm going to do this left-handed, of course. Let's put that there. Okay. So I put a bit of liquid on the end of the brush, and I just dip the brush into that powder. And you can see that the powder sticks onto the brush and forms a little glob. Now that little glob, I just work onto the end of the nail. It should be the consistency kind of, I don't know, icing on a cake or something. And you can see that it's starting to spread a little bit. It's probably a little bit too liquid. You don't want it too thick, you don't want it too thin. Work it over into the corner, and then what I do is I just hold my nails down for a couple of minutes and let gravity pull that stuff down toward the tip. Now notice that I haven't done up near the cuticle. I've only done the tip of the nail. That's all you need. Okay, now before this stuff just evaporates, we'll do the other nails. So a little bit on the tip of the brush, you get a little glob, a tiny little bit, and just work it over the end of the nail, dab it into the corner there. Don't worry about it being smooth or anything, just make sure that it's well covered. Just a little tiny bit more on there. And once again, you can see that I'm just doing the front of the nail, and that little ridge that forms, we'll file that off later. Okay, so one more. Just do it quickly. You gotta work quite quickly here. Now I got the index finger here, and I'll just dab that on. I'm running out here. I probably could have used 5 brushfuls of liquid, but anyway, there we go. Okay, now you can work it. Make sure you come right up to the edge of the nail, and even if it overlaps a bit and drips over the edge, don't worry about that. You can always file that off. So what we're going to do now, we're going to hold our hand like this for about 4 or 5 hours. Just kidding. Just, 5-10 minutes. Just let it dry. Oh, you can see I put some on the edge of my finger there. Hold your hand down so that it doesn't run up toward the cuticle. And now make sure that you wash the brush. Let's see what can I do. Okay, so what is it? About a half an hour later. Here's what I've done. You can see that these two here are pretty good. They almost look like normal nails. This one here I really messed up when I was cleaning the brush off. I hit the end of the brush and sloshed all this stuff over, and it's all hard and dry now. But that's not a problem, because what we're going to do now is we're going to file these down and shape them into proper nails.